members of the City Council, and the City Manager. Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council, Mr. City Manager. My name is Robert Deans. I live at 33 Indian Springs, Newport News, Virginia. I wanted to appear at the last session, but the weather and lack of my driving experience at my age forced me to stay home. Not born here, but raised here. Product of both Catholic and Newport News Public Schools. CNC and a graduate of William Mary School of Education. Taught Our Lady of Mount Carmel in 30 years with Newport News Public Schools. A veteran of the United States Navy. Served Virginia with the Virginia Defense Force. So I have a vested interest in my city. My first concern is what I see as a lack of security coming into City Hall chambers. Recent events cause a need to be vigilant. For example, you can go into the White House gift store and pitch a Christmas ornament and get screened. You go to Social Security office or you go to the courthouse, you're screened and looked at. My point is that you please look at and evaluate your security concerning what's been going on recently in our country, particularly since 9/11. I applaud you for your concern for the homeless. I have here two editorials, one written in January of 2010 from the senior chaplain at the Newport News City Jail, calling for interest in the homeless. And I also have this picture here of this gentleman sitting near St. Vincent de Paul, and that's another concern of why we should show compassion to those who are less fortunate than ourselves. Our city layout is rather unique. I used to point out to students that it resembled a turkey neck. My point is to consider meetings in the north, central, and downtown locations. Ride the circuit like the old justices used to do. I am not wearing green but red as a flag to further examine keeping the city farm and adjacent property green as many behind me proposed. Your previous meeting behind closed doors, listening to proposed investors to the use of public property before the public had input is arbitrary and capricious on your part. The unilateral decision to destroy the barn is despicable. Whatever happened to being good stewards of public structures? I have here a copy of the Endless Harbor, which I don't know if you're familiar with. There's two editions to this, 1969 and 1978. I show this for two reasons. One, if you look at the picture of this, you have an idea of what it was like when people first arrived here prior to our inheriting this place. I want to get into a term called visual reminder of the past that no longer exists. All right, that's fine, but you have my handout.
Thank you.